Today on Tier Jerks, another best 2 of 3 Untiered battle. We won't waste too much time going over the teams since all the Pokemon on them suck. We'll just get right to the battle. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to sub up and hit that like button. My opponent leads off with a Meowstic, and I'm gonna start off this battle with my Stunfisk, hoping to get some rocks and maybe some Paralyze.
My Lutefisk!
Meowstic Male is going to use that Prankster Reflect. He's going to be able to get his screens up with priority. I'm going to go ahead and go for that Thunder Wave, hopefully so he doesn't get the next screen up, but he misses! And he's going to be able to get that second light screen up. I decide I need to get my rocks up. I'll just paralyze whatever the hell's going to come in next.
Hey, player, I like to rock.
Let's see for line.
My opponent switches out his Meowstic for the Lilligant. I'm going to go ahead and use Thunder Wave on it and get that connect for a paralysis.
Flower power sucks.
I'm switching my Stunfisk out here to my Shiinotic. I'm actually predicting a Spore or some kind of sleep move. I don't want to take it, so I switch him in, and the Lilligant gets paralyzed. I'm gonna go ahead and switch right out. I need to clear these screens out, and I use my Mime to do it. His ability just wipes it right up. And the Lilligant gets paralyzed again.
Another one.
I go for a Rapid Spin. I want to raise my speed. I think it might go for like some kind of Quiver Dance or something. It aromatherapies away its paralysis, so that's good. Here I go ahead and Nasty Plot. I figure I'll be faster even if it does set up a Quiver Dance or something. And it does.
It jacked up a couple of stats at once!
But I'm going to be +1 ahead of it, so I'm not too worried about its special defense raise. Go for the Freeze Dry. Connect and KO.
Flower power sucks.
First blood drawn. My opponent's gonna send in his Pinsir here. I go for another Freeze Dry. Get the connect. Pinsir knocked out 2 in a row. And that's awesome. This Pinsir's a huge threat. It might start to get Moxie boost and just get out of control. So to have that out of the way and not have to worry about it is incredible. My opponent's gonna send out his Meowstic again, probably hoping to get some screens up while Tap Shoes is in. His screen cleaner only works upon entering the field, so these light screens and these reflects are gonna stay up. Go for the Shadow Ball while it gets its priority light screen. Bam! Doesn't quite do it though, even after a +1. It goes for a Reflect. My Shadow Ball's gonna connect and take it out. And that's half the team. It's looking like a Mr. Mime sweep. I'm a little worried about this thing having Pain Split, so I'm gonna Nasty Plot directly in its face. That way I don't take major Pain Split damage and I can overcome these screens. Nasty Plot. The Pain Split's gonna connect, doesn't do anything. And we get a forfeit. So, I played pretty aggressively game 1. Now I'm a game ahead, I only need to win 2. And so I'm thinking I'll probably start playing a little more conservatively here, but I can afford to make even more aggressive plays in this next game. Alright, let's start up game 2. My opponent's gonna lead with Relicanth. I've got 2 Stealth Rockers on this team. This time I lead with my Gabite. I figure Earthquake is super effective against this thing, and so I go for a hard EQ. He goes for a Rock Smash. Doesn't do much. He's gonna get that rough skin chip. My Earthquake goes into it. Super effective damage. Does almost all of his HP. Pretty happy with the results. I don't think I have much attack investment in this Gabite. Maybe I do. this turn I figure with the rough skin, it's pretty safe for me to just rock up. If he attacks, I get my rocks up, and he faints in the same turn. So I'm just gonna play it safe and get my rocks up guaranteed. But he decides to do the same thing. Probably predicting I knock him out right after. So we exchange rocks, he goes for a liquidation. Gabite's gonna get that rough skin, Relicanth's gonna get knocked out, Gabite's gonna miss his attack, and in is gonna come my opponent's Pinsir. I'm not sure what I can really do to this thing. It gets an X-Scissor. I get some rough skin chip on it, but that's about it. Takes a lot from rocks, so rough skin plus the rocks, nice amount of chip into it, but it's gonna get that Moxie boost after knocking out my Gabite. Here I'm gonna send in my Dubwool. I figure I can tank his hits and start setting up, but this is my Rest Sleep Talk set, and so I do have his Dusclops to worry about. And so I set up here with Cotton Guard, as X-Scissor gets tanked pretty well, even with no defense boost. And I'm not really thinking about staying in here now. My opponent knows that this is going to be a lost cause. He knows that I'm going to be using Body Press. There's no way he's not going to cover the option and go into his Dusclops switch. So I'm going to make a switch as well into something I think can cripple it. He switches out. Goes right to the Dusclops as expected. It's honestly his best play. I switch out too. Into my Wailord. Wailord's gonna hit Toxic. And now this thing is on a timer. It's only a matter of time before it faints. The only thing I have to worry about now is some nasty Pain Split shenanigans. He goes for a Calm Mind. He's gonna boost his special attack and special defense. And he's gonna take a little bit of that poison chip. I took a long time to pick this play because I honestly didn't know what to do. I could go for the Protect, but I didn't want to reveal it. So I ended up switching into my Shiinotic on the Shadow Ball, thinking I'd be able to take this a little harder since Dusclops' special attack isn't very high. After stones and after leftovers, I'm left with about 50% HP. Yikes. I'm gonna go for a Strength Zap. I don't like how low my health is, and pretty sure this thing has Ice Beam, and I don't think it's gonna do that much with my special defense that high, but I want to make sure it can tank it as good as possible. He goes for the Ice Beam. Bam! I'm left with like 33% HP. Not a good position to be in. I'm gonna go ahead and switch Shiinotic out back into the Wailord, knowing I can tank this Ice Beam pretty good. Take the stone damage. And Ice Beam's gonna come in. And not do too much. Wailord's still in alright shape. I know he's gotta be wanting to go for a Pain Split right here, knowing he can probably survive one of my Scalds. So I go for a Protect. And I call it, he goes for the Pain Split. And that looks like the poison was gonna take him out. Yeah! My opponent sends in his Lilligant, and this is the Pokemon on his team that I'm most scared of, to be honest. I don't want it setting up and going crazy. I already saw it had Aromatherapy in our last battle, so I didn't want it to get too many Quiver Dances up, so I Toxic into it, knowing that it would have to Aromatherapy at some point. I might be able to get a free switch here. So it Quiver Dances. Wailord's gonna go down. One hit shit. I let it kill me. Probably should have went for Protect there. But I didn't want it treating me like setup bait, so I was gonna hit it for an Ice Beam if it decided it wanted to just set up on me. I go for my Shiinotic here. I figure it might not have too many super effective plays against me. At +1, I might be able to live a not very effective move. I don't know. Low-key terrified against this thing. It Pollen Puffs against me. Gets the KO. Shiinotic's gonna go down. I send in my double. Now here, what I think's going to happen is that he's going to attack me, and I'm going to take a lot of damage, but still live, and then rest all that away and start sleep talking and killing it. But what he actually does is aromatherapies here, and I go for a rest. Terrible play. I could have just probably hit it and killed it and not had this thing be a threat, but totally choked right there. Totally mispredicted. It's like I set up its toxic for nothing. I'm so mad, but I'm thinking now I'm in better shape to survive one of its moves, so it goes for the Quiver Dance. It's gonna raise all of its stats. I go for the Sleep Talk. I'm like, please, please, please hit it, please hit it, please hit it, and it's gonna use Cotton Guard. Raise all my defense, whatever, at least my body press is like super strong now, but Lilligant's gonna go ahead and use Giga Drain, gonna get literally all of its health back. Double survives on 2 HP. I'm like, please, 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 it uses Sleep Talk. Come on, and it gets fucking rest. God, that's what I fucking get for leaving this down to hacks and not just killing it straight up. Ugh. So it's gonna kill me here. And double goes down. Now I got my mighty Mr. Mime, but I know, he's got Pollen Puff, he ain't living nothing. I don't care how high his special defense is, he ain't living this. There's no way he's living this. Yep, there he goes. That's a sweep. Lilligant, sweep. Send in Stunfisk, I know this is just gonna die. Gets that Giga Drain, bop. Stunfisk gets knocked out, and that's game 2 in our series. Alright, this is the game that decides it all, game 3. Now, I have 2 different leads, and both of them are weak to ice, and my opponent finally caught on by game 3, and he leads with his Coca-Cola Bear. I'm not in the best position in the world. I know this thing usually runs max speed. I don't have any speed on my Stunfisk, so there's no way I'm going first. He goes for an Icicle Crash. I got a lot of defense investment in this thing, so I'm pretty confident I might live unless it's choiced. Live on 60. Gonna go ahead and eat that Citrus Berry. Get a good percentage of that back. Little over half health now. Go for the Thunder Wave. Get the connect. And that bear's gonna be paralyzed for the rest of the battle. I go for my Stealth Rock here knowing I can get it off. Beartick's gonna go for that Icicle Crash. He's gonna get the connect, and Stunfisk is gonna get knocked out. That's first blood drawn in this battle, not looking that great for me. I just got rocks and paralysis up. I'm gonna go ahead and send in my Wailord. He's gonna switch out the bear and go into his Meowstic. Probably hoping to set up a few screens. Wailord goes for the Scald, and it connects for a little bit of damage after that rocks. Almost at half HP. He's gonna go for a Withdraw. I did not predict this. He's gonna go for his Lilligant and start setting up with it. I actually switch on this play into my Mr. Mime, thinking he was gonna get a screen or 2 up. I go for that Freeze Dry. I ain't wanting to fuck around. I know it's probably gonna Quiver Dance first turn. I want some hard damage on it. It Quiver Dances. Now, I almost went for a Rapid Spin here, but it didn't really look like I needed the speed boost, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it off. Now, I'm actually faster after a Quiver Dance in this thing, even though I was terrified of that Pollen Puff coming in, because apparently it didn't run max speed. It ran max HP instead. I don't know if my opponent meant to do that, or if it's just some crazy spread he thought of. Either way, I win the exchange because of that. Thank God. Lilligant is a terrifying Pokemon in these lower tiers. He's gonna go ahead and send in the bear. I'm a little worried about this thing. I didn't get to set up my nasty plot, so I don't think I can OHKO it, and I know he'll probably do a lot of damage with Crunch or whatever he's got on there. Plus, I'm starting to think this thing's choiced. I've never seen it change moves yet. Send in my Wailord. He ends up going for the Aqua Jet, hoping to take my Mime down before I get to attack it. He takes some Helmet Chip, which is good for me. He withdraws the bear, and in comes his Dusclops. Takes a little stone damage, pressure comes up. Wailord's gonna go for that Scald. He's hoping to get that burn damage so I can't Toxic it later. No burn comes up though. And Amy Winehouse is down quarter of her HP. He withdraws. In comes in the polar bear again. Wailord's gonna go for Toxic, but it's gonna fail. I could not go for Toxic there. I knew that play was probably coming, but I had to go for it. I'm gonna use Protect the Scout for whatever move he's gonna do because I'm pretty sure this bear is choice locked. It Brick Breaks. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna send in Shiinotic. No big deal. Wailord's gonna switch. Gabite's gonna come in though. Swords Dance comes out on the bear though. It's not choice locked. And now I'm in a bad position. However, it is paralyzed, so I figure, you know, I got Iron Head on here. Maybe I can flinch it down. Maybe it'll get paralyzed. Maybe I'll win this exchange. Gabite goes for Iron Head, almost takes it down, and I get the flinch. That's how it's done, people. That's how it's done. Beartick's gonna get paralyzed going for the Aqua Jet. Gabite's gonna use Outrage and take it out. I figure I'm gonna just stay in no matter what he has and just get the max damage. So I go ahead and go for the Outrage just in case he switches to try and get some priority later. The Black Panther's gonna come back in. It's gonna get a Reflect Up. Outrage is gonna come out from Gabite. Oh, and it's gonna take him down through that Reflect. His Pinsir's gonna come in here. I'm like, great, it's gonna totally kill me. It's gonna end up getting a bunch of Moxie boosts. Goes for the X Scissor. And it does just about half HP. That Rough Skin hurts it for a little bit of damage after Stealth Rock. Outrage comes in. It's now about 25% left. And Gabite's gonna get confused through its fatigue. X Scissor's gonna come out from that Pinsir. Gabite's gonna live it on 15 HP. Rough Skin's gonna hurt it a bit. Gabite's confused though. Can he live it? Oh, he's gonna hit himself in confusion and go down. And Pinsir's not gonna get the Moxie boost. Wailord's gonna come in and start exerting its pressure. X Scissor's gonna come out from that Pinsir. It's gonna do little clip of damage, take some Rocky Helmet Chip. Wailord goes for the Scald, and it's gonna take Pinsir out. Dusclops comes in. Wailord's gonna go for that Toxic. It's gonna connect on that Dusclops. Dusclops is badly poisoned, and it's gonna go for a Calm Mind and start raising its stats to the stratosphere. The little poison damage, about half HP now. Scald's gonna come out from that Wailord. Doesn't do shit. Gonna get that pain split going. The battlers are gonna share their pain. We end the turn with more HP on that Dusclops than it started, but it's not going to be able to pain split this turn safely. Go for that Scald. It's going to go for a Shadow Ball. Wailord's going to live it on 3 HP though! And that poison's going to do a clip, start setting into Amy Winehouse. It's an easy protect for me this turn. Looks like he's gonna go down to poison, definitely. Easy protect. Easy protect. Go for it. Bing! The Dusclops is gonna go for a Shadow Ball. And the poison's gonna take it. Nope, it survives on 3 HP! Oh my god, I can't believe that didn't take it down. Well, I can't switch here no matter what, or I'll get pain split upon, so my only choice is to Scald it, but he switches out! Relicanth is gonna come in, it's gonna take a little bit of rock damage. The Scald Ice Beam's gonna come into it this time. Doesn't do much, not very effective. I don't know what I was predicting there and why I didn't just go for the Scald, but he goes for the Head Smash, it doesn't connect, and he gets boosted with his Blunder policy. Scald's gonna come out. It's gonna almost kill it. Critical hit! And burn! I can't believe my luck on that play. That's incredible. Takes some burn damage, and it's in range of Rocky Helmet next time it attacks. Head Smash comes out from the Relicanth, takes down the Wailord. He's gonna get hit by the Rocky Helmet. He's gonna go down himself. Amy Winehouse comes out. Zapdos comes in. Stone damage is gonna end up taking the Dusknoir out, and that's gonna be the battle. Belchos is the victor. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to sub up and hit that bell, people.